Welcome to the TNT podcast, where we discuss all of the hottest current events within hip hop culture, album reviews, politics within the music industry, and more. You all know me by Tellurian. I am one half of the TNT podcast, and of course, I have my brother here with me.
Yes, sir. My name is Timothy. I'm the other half of the TNT podcast, and we're here with the shits. We are bringing unbiased, unfiltered, honest conversations about hip hop and the culture. So if you're sensitive about your favorite artist or public figure, go on ahead to the next podcast, but you can still follow us though. Just remember, these are our opinions, and we are only speaking on behalf of us. Thank you all for tuning in.
All social media platforms will be in the description for each and every episode, so don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace and love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we are back with episode 41. This is our first time doing it like this on video. So, yeah, man, it's one half of the TNT podcast, Tellurian, and my brother's here, back like we never left. And yes, sir. Don't introduce yourself like you always do, Brody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is weird. This is weird. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm actually seeing your face and seeing my face, you know what I mean? I'm looking kind of like, looking kind of rusty. But no, we back, man. We back. Episode 41 of the TNT podcast, man. We took a pretty long hiatus there. We've been gone for about a month. Just needed to take some time off, spend some time with family, the holidays, all of that good stuff. But man, we got a lot of things accomplished while we were gone, man. We got a lot of things accomplished, man. And, we promised everybody that we were going to, bring a lot of change into the new year. And I feel like this is a good start with us being on video. I think people have been waiting on this and waiting a long time. A lot of people have definitely been telling me, what I'm saying, when is the visuals coming? When is the visuals coming? And, we gotta start here. Still in the middle of a pandemic. You're currently in California still. So, this is kind of how we have to start for now until you're back. And then we'll be face-to-face in person with cameras, and it'll be a bigger production. But, this is a start, and I feel good. I feel good, man. I feel good.
Yeah, man. Same over here, bro. I'm feeling good, bro. I'm glad we're doing it like this. And, this is the first episode back as far as, as a visual. So this is like the first visual. So this is going to be fun. And, but yeah, how you been though? How's life been on your side?
Oh man, I've been pretty good. I can't complain at all. Work has been great. Just got a raise at work. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't be mad about that. But, work has been good. Me and Raquel, we've been good. One thing I will say, a lot of change this new year. My mom did move to Houston. So that's going to be a big change, just not having her, down the street anymore. She lived about 5 minutes away from my house. And she lived in her house for 14 years, man. 14 years. So she moved to Houston, and she's having to adjust over there. I still haven't been able to go down there and visit yet, but we'll be doing that real soon. Family's good. Health is good. Yeah, man, I'm all good over here. How about yourself, sir?
I'm good, man. Just been working, living this Air Force life. Got not that much longer till I'm headed back to Dallas. But been teleworking because of the pandemic, so they probably gonna have us teleworking for a good, maybe a few more weeks, or maybe till like March. They don't know yet. So
you said
whenever they do tell us. Yeah, teleworking. So I basically, I'm an analyst, so I work on my computer, like running reports and all of that stuff. But so I basically work from home, with my computer. So, and I got to be by the phone just in case, anything needs fixing or whatever. So got us working from home. We've been doing that about a couple months. So I'm cool with it. It don't bother me none. I like working from home. So
yeah, for sure.
So it's convenient. It's easy,
For sure.
It makes it kind of difficult with certain stuff, like some people, they need to come in and get stuff done. But for us, it's easier because we just be waiting on emails to fix stuff. So, but life is good, bro. Went on a hike yesterday. It was nice.
Yeah, man, I seen you, man. You out there, Dora the Explorer, exploring the universe. Know what I mean? I see you. I see you.
Oh man, that was a good experience, bro. Cali got a lot of waterfalls and lakes and all of that stuff. So just trying to take advantage while I'm still out here. Just do some more sightseeing and stuff before I leave here or whatever. So yeah, so went on a hike, hung out with some friends, drank a little bit. It was a good time. But nah, I've been good, bro. Just chilling, working, staying to myself, staying out of trouble, staying out the way. So just been pretty much low key. And
Yeah, man.
yeah, that's been pretty much it. I've just been chilling.
Yeah, man. I seen the pictures you posted. There's a lot of beautiful scenery out there. It just makes me remind myself that I haven't done nothing in my life. I've been in Texas, and I mean, not to say that Texas is bad or Dallas is bad. Dallas is a beautiful city, but I mean, I really haven't had the chance to really travel. I mean, I went to New York, of course. I mean, we all know that I didn't want to come back from New York, but I just want to, I want to get out there. Like when I see you post pictures like that, it makes me want to get out there, and it just shows that there's more life to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I like to explore, bro. I like doing stuff, even if it's like simple stuff like museums and art shows or whatever, or waterfalls or lakes or whatever. I just like doing stuff. So yeah, man, I just be out here exploring, just finding stuff to do. So yeah, man, that was a good experience. It was fun.
Yeah, man. And like you said, man, you'll be you have how long left in the Air Force before you're back, man?
About 7 months, man.
That's
months.
Crazy. I remember I was texting you the other day and I was like, I remember when you left. Like, I remember your last day at Target, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Like, that's the fastest 5 years ever. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that was September 2016.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's
real crazy. So how do you feel that, you're going to be coming back home from being gone for so long? You know what I'm saying? Because like, it's almost like you're gone from one place for so long. It's like you just kind of forget. You forget how things were.
I mean, I've actually, I've been home a few times since, I've gotten in the Air Force, but I'm ready to come back home. And I guess I've been thinking about the transition, like going back home, but I'm actually excited about coming back home because, I don't know, it's just nothing like being home. And I just feel like it's been a great experience. Some people, they get in it to do it for 20 years, but, I did it as just kind of a stepping stone to, get kind of like my life in order type of thing. But yeah. I'm ready to come back home. So this is going to be, that's going to be an experience too, even being back home, because honestly, I don't even know Dallas like that. and I'm from Dallas. Like, so I've done, you probably seen like, like you were just saying with the pictures, I've done more here than I've ever done in Dallas. I've done about 50 things here that I've never done in Dallas. So being back in Dallas is going to actually be like being in Dallas for the first time, because really when I was living in Dallas and just becoming an adult in Dallas is almost like I left for the Air Force. So I didn't even really know Dallas. So it's almost going to be like Dallas is brand new in a sense. So man, but I'm excited though.
That's crazy. Just the idea of that is crazy. But no, that's great, man. That's great that you were able to, get in the Air Force and experience something like that. A lot of us in life, we don't get to experience things like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll ever experience things like that. I hope to be able to travel around the world one day, but I'm a regular guy. You know what I mean? Regular smegular.
You will, bro. You will. We both will. We got a lot more to see. I feel like both of us do. We got a lot more to see out here. So, but yeah, Cali was just, just one of the. I feel like Cali was just the beginning of like me traveling in the future or whatever. So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be good. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about exploring more of Dallas. And then, I was deployed too. So I was in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And then when we was coming back, we made a stop in the UK. So I was in England for a little bit. I didn't get to experience it like I wanted to, but I was just like the fact that we are in England it's pretty dope. So yeah, I'm trying to get my traveling game up, man. And hopefully by the end of this year, I can get to Ghana to see my dad's side of the family. So that's one of my goals. So yeah, man. I'm trying to get my traveling up for sure.
Yeah, man, we definitely gonna make that happen. You're gonna make that happen, man. Speak it into existence. Let's manifest and speak it into existence.
For sure, for sure. Always.
But yeah,
Always.
man. I just think, it's crazy, that we started this podcast. We're almost going on a year. It was April of last year, and it's just crazy to see, where we've gotten, and the evolution, and we've learned a whole lot of different things, throughout the process of creating. And being a creator is a very, very I've learned that it's a very, very difficult thing. I'll just say that.
Mhm.
But I just kind of wanted to go into a little bit of kind of how we started this, because I think we just kind of emerged on the scene out of nowhere, and a lot of people don't know that me and you, when we met, like, we instantly clicked. Like, I'm talking about instantly, we clicked when it came to music. Like, we had a lot of similarities in opinions when it came to music, and a lot of your favorite artists are a lot of my favorite artists, and vice versa. So I just wanted to kind of explain, when me and Tellurian met, when did we meet? We met 20, I want to say 2013, maybe
2013. Yeah, 2013.
2013. I met you through, it's crazy. It's a small world. It's crazy how, Justin, because I think I met you through Justin, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Ari?
I think you met me through Chris, because I knew Chris. So
Right.
I knew Chris in high school. I met Chris from freshman year at MacArthur, even though he left MacArthur later. But I knew Chris, and I know he knew you, Ari, and Justin. I didn't know you, Ari, or Justin yet, but I knew Chris. And I remember I was working at North Lake at Subway, and
I
y'all
remember
were at North Lake, and I guess y'all would come through the line or whatever, and I knew Chris or whatever, so he would be around y'all, and so I would talk to Chris, and then eventually it just got to where I was just sitting around y'all talking and stuff, and I think we all just ended up like hanging out or something one day, and yeah, I think that's where it started. Just like we just ended up all hanging out or going to the mall or something. And I think I got your number. And then I remember after I got your number, later on, I was trying to get on that Target. And I was like, oh, and then you was like, yeah, I work at Target, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's how me and you actually just kind of formed our relationship just off of that. So I think it was more so Chris though. And then everybody else, I just started forming individual relationships like with Justin, with Ari. And but yeah, I think it stemmed from Chris though, and then me and you just became really close. And then when I got to Target, we became real close. Started going to concerts, just doing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that was really the beginning of everything, honestly. So
Oh man. I remember our concert days, man. We went to a lot of concerts, man. Me and Tellurian, let me tell y'all, man, we are concert connoisseurs.
yes,
We've seen everyone in concert that you can think of. We've met so many different artists, so many different legendary artists, man. And that, I think that's kind of how like it started. But it's crazy because I don't even really remember when I remember when me and you first met, but it was almost like you just started coming around. Like you were just around one day, and then it was just up from there.
Yeah.
And we became really good friends. You're one of my best friends. And
Likewise.
yeah, man. And the conversation about the podcast, well, it didn't even start out as a podcast at first. So the idea in the beginning was for us to do, and this is going back maybe 5-6 years.
It was like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, man. 2014, 2015. We first had a conversation about starting a YouTube channel where we would review albums. That was the first conversation. And I think the inspiration came from Dead in Hip Hop. Shout out to all the guys over there at Dead in Hip Hop, very dope YouTube channel. And then, you know, I guess for whatever reason that idea just kind of fell through. I know I said before that I couldn't really, or we couldn't really come up with an idea that would kind of make us stand out, because there's so many different YouTube channels that do album reviews, and I feel like it's already been done and perfected. So we just kind of, you know, let that go. But then we had a conversation about starting a podcast.
Yeah.
And I want to say that goes back, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years or something like that. You know, that was when podcasts were still new. It was still a new thing. It wasn't, you know, nobody really knew. It was new territory. And it's just crazy that we, you know, the pandemic is what made us like sit down and actually do it.
Yeah.
Actually do it. And, you know, for a long time, I'm going to be honest with you, I was ignorant of the fact that there's many different ways that you can start a podcast. I was thinking that you just had to have a big production and we needed to be in the same place at the same time with cameras, and you just had to go 100% full force out the gate. And I can honestly say that I'm happy with the way that, you know, we've kind of transitioned. You know, we recorded all 40 of our first episodes, and just shout out to us, man. We did 40 episodes, man, in a year.
It's crazy, bro.
40 episodes in a year. A lot of you motherfuckers is not doing 10 episodes.
That's grinding, bro. That's grinding.
Yeah, man, that's grinding. We did something, and, you know, it's not easy. Doing a podcast is not easy. And this is, I know I keep saying it, but I'm going to continue to say it. This is a learning process. This is all new. I've never, you know, been creative. I've never been a creative person. This is the first time I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to do something that I feel like is, you know, it's I'm getting in that creative space,
Sure.
And yeah, man, I'm just happy that we're here. You know, I'm happy that we're on video. I'm happy that, you know, I'm able to see your face. I'm happy that you're able to see my face, and everybody's able to see our faces.
Yes,
and
sir.
You know, we have a lot of things coming, man. We have a lot of things coming. I know people have been seeing, you know, the hoodies that we've, you know, put together, the TNT hoodies.
Yes, sir.
We are figuring that out. Just pricing and how to get that out. It's something that I just we wanted to take slow right now, just get it out to a few people so we can create awareness. And then, because I know a lot of people, you know, I know our shit is dope. I know our shit is dope. I don't have to be told. I know our shit is dope. I know a lot of people gonna want it, but, you know, we just got to figure that out. Again, this is all new, and yeah, man, I just wanted to say how happy I am to be here, how happy I am that we're still doing this, we're still going. And, you know, whenever you get back and we're in person, it's just gonna be crazy from there. So
yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. It's a lot of great things coming. You know, all I gotta say, we gotta just sit and wait, and you know, the waiting process makes for good, like, you know, conversations and just all of the great stuff that's just to come in the new year. So I'm ready, bro. It's gonna be a good year. I'm speaking that into existence. It's gonna be a good year for music, good year for hip hop, good year for culture. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, definitely is going to be a good year for music. Last year was a phenomenal year for music, and every year I just think, you know, how are we going to top the previous year? And I have no doubt that this year is going to be a great year for music. We have a lot of huge artists that are going to be dropping albums this year. A lot of people that we've been waiting on for a long time. Kendrick Lamar, where the fuck are you at?
Rihanna.
Rihanna, where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Funny that you mentioned Rihanna. I know that Rihanna, she's like a politician now. So she's doing other shit. Like she out there doing other shit. So we probably ain't gonna, you know, we ain't gonna see Rihanna.
Man, I read a statement or something that they said about Rihanna. They were like, where's your music or whatever? She was just like, grow up. Like grow up, like all y'all asking for is music out of me, and it's just like I get to music when I get to it. Like, She's like, I'm out here trying to make a difference doing something else. Like, I don't want to just entertain. I get where she's coming from though, because it's just like, I think when people step outside of them being an entertainer, people don't really like it. So, you know, she's just like, I want to actually make a difference in another field other than just entertaining. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I definitely get it.
That is definitely a Rihanna answer. Only Rihanna can answer like that.
She said, grow up.
Grow up. You hear that? All Rihanna fans, God damn it, she's talking to me too, so I need to grow up. Shit.
That's all good and all, but we need an album still, you know. Like,
yeah, and Anti was 4 years. No, this is gonna be 5 years ago. Anti was gonna be going on 5 years. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, man. This year is gonna be dope for music. I have no doubt that this year is gonna be better than last year. A lot of big artists coming out. While we were on break, man, we lost a legend, man. We lost a legend, an underground hip hop legend, man, and it really this one really hurt, man. This one really hurt because
man.
Just the style, the unique style and unique upbringing, and man,
the rhyme schemes,
patterns, the way he just delivered his bars, his flow was just different. Man, I just want to say rest in peace to MF Doom, man. And this is something that I didn't want to let go. You know what I'm saying? Because this happened a couple of weeks ago. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, he passed away in October. Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I think what it was is his wife finally released a statement. So I guess, you know, actually, in a sense, that's really good, though, because it was just like, it was giving the family time to grieve and then to tell the fans, like, he really passed in October, but we're telling you. The crazy part was, though, it was when we found out it was December 31st, the last day of the year. And I was like, wow. So it must have been the thing where she was just like, well, I can't just let it go into the new year and not let, you know, put a statement out that he actually passed in October. So, but no, that was really hard to hear. I was like, wait, he passed in October and we just now knowing, but I was just like, I understand that she didn't want to, they needed to grieve, you know, so, and then let people know. But man, that guy, MF Doom, R.I.P, that guy, people don't know, I was sat down and just studied his rhyme patterns and just listened. And that's one of the like greatest rappers that don't have like, he has like 2 minute and 1.5 minute songs and it's just him rhyming. And like, there's a name of the song, but it's like, that might be just like a piece of a lyric that he said in the song or something. But, or he'll have an album where it's based around a whole concept, but it's like these songs are 2 minutes and there's all these, it's like all of these different things and samples in the album. He was just like all over the place. It was great though. Like it made for great music and it was just really entertaining. And this dude was just in another world when it came to lyricism. It was just, that was hard for me to hear because he's like in my top 10 MCs. So yeah, R.I.P to MF Doom. And yeah, man, you left some great music, a great legacy. Yeah, man, that was hard for me. That was hard.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with you whenever you said just as far as studying his music. He's definitely one of those MCs where even if you're not an aspiring rapper or, you know, you're not somebody who wants to step into that field, you just wanted to study like how he rhymed the way he rhymed. Like you would listen to his records and it was just like, how is he, like he's one of the I want to say he is probably the first rapper to have records where it was him featuring himself. Cause you know, you know, J. Cole, he did the Kill Edward, you know, where he was his own like self featuring himself with the Kill Edward thing on the KOD album. But MF Doom was the first person really doing that. He was the first person really like having himself on a record with a different name. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that weren't familiar with MF Doom, his catalog is it's insane. It's insane. He has so many different monikers and versions of himself. And you know, he has albums where it's, you know, of course the infamous Mad Villainy album, which is one of the greatest hip hop albums ever recorded in the history of man.
One of my favorites.
Yes, he has the Mad Villainy. He has his regular MF Doom albums. He has the Victor Vaughn albums. He has the King Ghidorah albums. He had it's on and on and on and on. You know, and of course he started, you know, in the early 90s with KMD. And you know, unfortunately, a few of those people that were involved in that, I believe they passed away, and so MF Doom kind of kept it going. And you know, going back to what you said about them, you know, kind of holding the information that he passed away. Number one, that had to be hard on the family, because you have to think they were able to grieve for the 2 months, you know, and then when they had to put out the information that he passed away, they had to kind of relive that again. And instantly it was trending online. And I remember I was at work whenever you hit me about it, and you know, when you just call me or you just send me a message and you're like, bro, I'm like, oh shit, what happened? I already know some shit. Like, what happened? And you hit me with the text and you said MF Doom passed away. I was like, no, man, not MF Doom, not MF Doom, man. But I think that his he left a huge legacy behind, because a lot of the things that he did, it was just, you know what I'm saying, like we never seen it before. We never seen the mask, and you know, the different monikers, and you know, people saying that he would show up to performances and it wasn't even him, it was Mos Def in an MF Doom mask. Like, who does that? Like,
yeah, man. What it is, I think, is MF Doom was like, in a sense, kind of like the pioneer of doing a lot of things first, like the mask thing. Like, you don't know too many rappers that just, they don't show their faces. But that's what kept him so mysterious and mystique, like or whatever. It's just like, I'm just going to not show my face, but I want y'all to hear what I'm saying, because that's more important. And so he was just real, like, you know, real mysterious with it. And I think that kept a lot of people's interest. And it was just like, and you didn't never know what it was like, what was going to be next, type of thing. And that's what keeps people interested, like, and keeps rap interesting. It's like, I'm going to keep reinventing myself every album, or I'm just going to do something out the blue, or just do something you least expect, or whatever. Like, I was reading one statement that said Mos Def was saying he has records with MF Doom, like, and like they got like a lot of music together, like that's just unreleased. Like they worked on a lot of stuff, and I was like, I would love for Mos Def to release the project that he got with MF Doom one day. Like, that would just be, because he was such a big fan, and that's one of my favorite MCs. So it's just like, I would love to hear that. But yeah, I think that's what it was about MF Doom. It's just like, he kept people just like interested because of his mysteriousness, and it just made for good music, and just being an interesting person, so people just want to know. So yeah, that guy he was great. And I just feel like he was just a pioneer for doing certain things first. Like you said, like the featuring himself, doing the mask. Yeah, nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he's in his own lane, literally. Like he did his own thing.
So. Yeah, and I think too, us not finding out about him dying until December 31st. I feel like that's something that he would want. Like, just a mysterious person.
That was even mysterious. It was like, that sounds like even with him passing, that's mysterious to me. Like, that's such an MF Doom move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy to me. I ain't even think about that. Like,
Yeah, he was a very very mysterious guy. He didn't really. There's not too many MF Doom interviews that you can find. You know, I've probably watched every single MF Doom interview that there is in existence, and there's only like 10 of them. You know, he didn't really like to step out very much, but yeah, man, that was a big loss because when he passed, and how do you feel about? Because you already know, when artists pass away, a lot of people go and they try to figure out who it was, and the streams go up and the numbers go up, and all of a sudden they start, selling and doing things that they're hitting marks that they weren't able to hit whenever they were here. So how do you feel about just in general? Because I've seen a lot of people who didn't know. Of course, they didn't know who MF Doom was because he's an underground MC. He is one of the frontmen of I feel like underground hip hop. And a lot of people didn't know who fans wise. A lot of people didn't know who he was. Now there were a lot of people that were his peers that spoke out. A lot of people that I was surprised by. There were a lot of people that I was surprised that actually spoke out. But I just want to know how you felt about when an artist passes away, their music kind of like times 3, just,
That's crazy because I be feeling like I'm here, I'm alive, like giving them their flowers while they're here. And it's just like, why does it take them dying for their streams to go that high? Because I saw when he passed, it seemed like it was like the next day or so. I think it was the Food album or one of his, or the Mad Villainy album had hit #1 and #2 on iTunes or something. I was like, I've never seen that for MF Doom. And I was just like, why does it take that for somebody to actually like why does it take them dying for their streams to go up that high? And even on my Instagram, like I don't know, you probably be seeing when I just post random pictures of people, like it just be it won't be like no I won't have like nothing like written at the bottom. It'll just be a picture of someone. One time I just put a picture of MF Doom and it was just that. Like one time I just put a picture of Whitney Houston just because. And that when I do that, that just be me like paying homage in a way to that person. Like, I won't even say the name or nothing. I just put a picture. And I just felt like I was one of those people that was just like constantly like talking about MF Doom. I feel like you were. I feel like just a few people just that I know. But yeah, I don't. That's kind of scary to me. I'm like, damn, why does it take death for somebody to get the money and the streams and all of that stuff that they deserved while they were alive? Like that's why I like to give people their flowers now. So, yeah, that's kind of sad to me. I don't know. How do you feel about that? What do you think that is, or why that is?
I honestly have no idea why that happens. In MF Doom's case, though, I will say that I'm not too upset about it because I want more people to know and be in the know of just how dope MF Doom was. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for MF Doom, I made an exception because of that, because MF Doom is such a great, amazing MC that I feel like he has something that even somebody who is not so much into underground hip hop, like the casual mainstream fan, would probably just be intrigued by how unique and different MF Doom was. So in his case, to answer your question, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't too mad. I mean, it's kind of like, damn, like he has to die in order, to get his flowers. That does kind of suck. But, I want more people to hear his music. But in some cases, like with Mac Miller, rest in peace to Mac Miller, that was to me ridiculous because his album came out the same day that Astroworld came out. And I vividly remember people shitting on Mac Miller's album because Astroworld came out. And then Mac Miller passed away. And then, everybody was like, oh, rest in peace, Mac Miller, blah, blah, blah. So it I don't know. I guess it just depends on the situation, depends on the artist, depends on who it is. I feel like Juice WRLD, I feel like regardless if he passed away or not, Juice WRLD was gonna be a big artist. Like it was inevitable.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD was gonna be a huge artist no matter what.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't know. I guess for me it just depends. It just depends on the situation. In MF Doom's case, I'm happy that more people are able to hear his music. And you know, I even had it makes me happy whenever you know, Raquel's little brother Josh, you know, he even asked me, you know, about MF Doom. He even you know, came up and he was like, man, like I saw that you know, MF Doom passed away. I'm not too familiar with his music, but you know, I want to get into it. And I was just like, that makes me happy. That makes me happy that he's wanting to get into it, you know. And I mean, it's unfortunate that MF Doom is no longer here, but you know, I still want everybody to hear it. There's certain artists that I want everybody to hear. Like I want everybody to hear MF Doom. I want everybody to hear Elzhi. I think Elzhi is
Man,
an amazing MC. I want everyone to hear Elzhi. I want everyone to hear Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of those fans who is like, you know, I was first on this artist. I just only want this group of people to listen and that's it. No, I want everybody to hear all the artists that I think are dope.
Yeah, same. Likewise. Yeah, man, that is so crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, man, it's just so sad to hear. What, he was 49. I was like, man, like,
yeah,
man.
And
it's like he literally was out during that like Wu-Tang era. He was out, like he was in the midst of all of that. Like he was like Busta Rhymes, Biggie, like he was out during that time, Jay-Z era, like that 90s hip hop, even like to now, up to now. And yeah, man, that was just sad just to hear that. I was just like, man, this is just when I thought 2020 couldn't get worse, that happened. I was like, man, like this really was the craziest year ever. So, but yeah, man, we made it to 2021. Hallelujah, we did it.
Yeah, man, I agree 100%. I just hope this year is a better year. And last thing before we get off the MF Doom topic, a lot of I noticed that a lot of his peers were kind of coming out and speaking and just kind of talking about how much they were influenced by his music. Like I know you probably saw the Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator was a huge fan of MF Doom. Joey Badass was a huge fan of MF Doom. Freddie Gibbs spoke in regards to that, and just there were just a lot of other artists that spoke about him. That you know, it made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel good to know that you know there are a lot of other artists that aren't necessarily underground that you know were fucking with MF Doom. So I think that was great. Yeah. That was great to see.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, I saw that. Yeah, he would produce for some of them, and I didn't even know. Like, I think he produced something for Joey or Earl, like Earl Sweatshirt or somebody. And dude was incredible. He was producing songs that I didn't even know he produced, and I was like, yeah, this dude is on another level with it. So, and you know, he always got the weird type beats with the weird commentary or the weird, like, you know, samples, and that was just him. He was just off the wall, just ideas, just out the blue, just weird with it. So yeah, man, that guy was incredible.
Yeah, man, I agree. Rest in peace to MF Doom, man. That's one rest in peace that I don't want to have to say, but
yeah, man.
Rest in peace to MF Doom, man. And for all the people out there that aren't too familiar with MF Doom's music, if you do want to get into MF Doom's music, you can pretty much start anywhere, man. Mad Villainy, you can start with Mad Villainy. That's you know, his most iconic album to date. You can start there. You can start with Operation Doomsday. He has, and the reason why I wanted to say this is because a lot of his albums, they're under different names. So, for example, he has an album where he's using the moniker Victor Vaughn, because he was a big comic book guy. Like MF Doom was like one of those nerdy rappers. You know what I'm saying? Victor Vaughn was one of his, and in my opinion, was one of his lyrically one of his best albums. That album is underrated. So if y'all haven't heard that yet, You could definitely check that out. Like I said, Mad Villainy, Operation Doomsday, and then the one you mentioned, Food. That's a classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Rest in peace to MF Doom. That was a big one. Your influence and legacy, you know what I'm saying? It's felt everywhere. I'm pretty sure all hip hop artists were influenced by MF Doom in some way, shape, or form. So.
Oh, definitely. I hear it even in like, different people rhyme schemes. I'm like, yeah, man, that's definitely you doing the MF Doom flow right there. I hear that. So
100%.
Yeah, man. But yeah, R.I.P. to him. Yeah, man, we love that guy. We love his music. We love his legacy, everything. But yeah, my condolences to the family and all of that. Yeah, man. Long live the mask, bro. Long live the mask.
Long live the mask, man.
Metal face. Long live metal face.
Metal face, metal fingers. So many different things, man. So many different things. He oh man, I don't want to spend too much time on MF Doom, man. Rest in peace, MF Doom. I could talk about MF Doom all day.
Yeah, man.
All day.
I can too, man. That guy, yeah. Bars for days.
Bars for days. But yeah, man. How did you feel about this this Ghetto Fabulous versus battle that we just witnessed?
Oh my goodness, man!
This past weekend.
Listen, man. Look, that versus battle. Look. I love the versus battles, right? But I'm gonna be honest. That's probably one of the worst versus battles I've ever watched. Not gonna lie to you. And don't get me wrong, love Keyshia Cole. I love Ashanti. Gorgeous. They say, would you get married today? Yes, I will marry you.
Oh shit.
Both. Y'all look gorgeous. But we just talking about this versus battle. That, bruh.
I was gonna say I can't co-sign that. I have a fiance, so
don't co-sign. This is just me.
I plead the fifth.
This is me. This is just me. They didn't have to sing. I just looked at them and I was like, but then once I came back to reality and I was like, oh, music. Yeah, it was not good. The versus battle was trash. Honestly, that was probably one of the worst versus battle. It was just off from the get-go. So first off, they were an hour late already. And then the singing was like it was all right. It was just like, I don't know. It was just the whole thing was just, the whole vibe was weird. They was talking weird. The sound was weird. I was like, I can't really hear much. Yeah, it was just the vibe wasn't there. I just wasn't feeling it. I guess it's just one of those read the rooms situations. You just you gotta read the room. And from what I read from the room, it just the vibe was off. It just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it so much so where me and Tim was having whole conversations about other things while it happened. And when that happens, that's probably never have happened. Or when we're talking about something, it's because we're talking about what's going on during the battle, like the Jeezy versus Gucci battle. We were talking about it as it's going on. But me and him were on a whole nother topic of conversation that didn't talking about other rap. We were talking about rappers or whatever, but it wasn't even dealing with what was going on during the battle because it was just, I wasn't there. I wasn't that intrigued. I wasn't engaged into it. So in the battle, so I was just like, yeah, this is not it. The vibe is off, and I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Everything was just off to me. They were talking to each other weird. It was the sound was weird. It was the singing. It was just not. It wasn't connecting for me. So I don't know, man. It was just all off. It was all over the place. It was just ghetto. It was. It was just, man, I don't know what was going on, man. I wasn't it didn't do it for me. It didn't do it for me. So, but still shout out to y'all because that always helps out with streams where people is going back to listen to that person's music because it seemed like that always helps because it seemed like everybody hops back on the music once a versus battle happens. So shout out to them for that. And like, Swiss Beats and Timbaland for that. So, because, this versus thing is their kind of like their thing. But besides that, I mean, that's the good part about it. But besides that, I couldn't get with the battle. I wasn't intrigued. And then it seemed like a lot of people was just like, this wasn't it. And then what made it even worse was they canceled it twice before. So by the time the third time came, some people was already over the actual battle actually happening. So, and then it was like when it actually came, it wasn't good. So yeah, so it was off. But what are your thoughts? What are your feelings on this versus battle? How did you feel about it?
I was gonna say, I guess ghetto fabulous was the wrong term. That was the wrong term to use. But yeah, no, we definitely were having other conversations while this battle was happening. Like there was moments where, what was the song? I think it was Love by Keyshia Cole. We were at the end of the battle, we was like, did she even play that? Did that even I can't remember if that played or not. And then there was a point in the battle where we were just like, why is OT Genesis here? Like, bro, what is the purpose? Because I know
the camera, like,
yeah, I know they had their, like, I think him and Keyshia Cole, they had like a small little beef before, like not too long ago. But him being there was just like, what? Like, why? Like, what? Like, what is this? But like you said, overall, the energy was off. As soon as Keyshia Cole walked in and sat down, because again, like you said, the battle started like an hour late. And I mean, I feel like most of these versus battles will be starting late, but this one started like ridiculously late. And
they took an intermission. Like,
yeah, man. What an intermission? Like, somebody said, I think it was Maul. It was Maul from the Joe Budden podcast. He was like, Keyshia Cole was late to her own house for the verses. She was late to her own house. Like, how you late to your own house for the verses?
Oh, man. And then them comments, bro. Like,
oh man.
Bro, Bow Wow made a comment and said she was never this late to come see me. And I was like,
oh my God. It's funny because I saw where people were saying that Bow Wow had made some comments about it, and I was just like, it's Bow Wow. I don't even want to look. I don't even care. Like,
moving. Like, he could be so dope, but he keep doing clown, bro. He gotta stop doing that, bro.
Look, Bow Wow, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation for Bow Wow.
It is. Not to get on him, bro. Like, but Jesus. It was just like, bro, why? Like, why? Like,
yeah, like who asked you? Like, who? Yeah, bro. Bow Wow, come on now. But as soon as Keyshia Cole sat down, she had like made a comment because I think Ashanti was like, how you want to start? Or no, Keyshia Cole was like, how do you want to start this? How you want to get this started? And Ashanti was like, you go ahead and start it, baby girl. We could just get this started. And Keyshia Cole was like, I ain't starting. You gonna have to start this thing. And then Ashanti was like, I can't remember what Ashanti said, but she was like, nah, I think we agree that you started. And Keyshia Cole just cut her off like while she was talking.
I remember that.
Like, and she was like, all right, well, I'll go ahead and get this started. So right off the bat, I was just like, okay.
Y'all being weird from the get-go. Like,
this is how we're starting. But
I'm like, this ain't it. This is off.
Yeah, man. She again, like you said, it was already canceled twice. So I feel like a lot of people, this was one of the battles that we wanted. Like, I wanted to see this. Like, when they first announced it, I was like,
dang,
Ashanti and Keyshia Cole, like this would be dope.
I was excited, man. I was really, really excited. Like, it really didn't go the way that I thought, like that I saw it in my head.
Right. And I think too, what a lot of us wanted was them to be in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we wanted. And unfortunately, Ashanti caught the virus, and so I'm pretty sure that killed all that. But yeah, this was one of the battles, man, that I was just like, Ashanti and Keyshia Cole. Like, this is a pretty decent matchup. You know, I think that their careers were kind of they lasted like the same amount of time, even though Ashanti, of course, came out way before Keyshia Cole. But I feel like their run, it was like the same length. It was the same length. Yep. And I feel like you know, Ashanti has a lot of classic huge records, and same thing for Keyshia Cole. Keyshia Cole has a lot of huge records too. But besides the ghetto-ness of the battle, walking into it, I think we talked about this last year, and I think I had said that I wasn't sure. I was kind of like more on the Keyshia Cole side, but watching the battle for the parts that we were paying attention to, Ashanti, yeah, man. Look, I said Keyshia Cole was gonna take it, and look, I'm taking everything I said back. I think Ashanti, yeah, she came through.
It's funny you say that, because a lot of consensus were that Keyshia won, which is the crazy part.
Man, look, once Ashanti, you know, got in that foolish bag and Rain on Me, and
look, the song Happy and
Happy. I think what it is like when you look at it on paper, right? When you look at Keyshia Cole's records on paper, Heaven Sent and Love, and the record that she did with the Pac sample, it looks good. It looks really good. But whenever them records are getting played and Ashanti is there to rebuttal, look, you know what I'm saying? It's different conversation. You know what I mean? No, Ashanti, she has a lot of records that are I would consider to be like iconic, classic records that you can still play. She has a bunch of records that you could still put on today, and it feels like it just came out. You know what I'm saying? And I had to pull up the list. I think right in the beginning of the battle, they both got to it, because the first song that Keyshia played was "I Changed My Mind," and Ashanti played "Happy." And I'm gonna have to roll with Ashanti on that one. Ashanti, man. I'm gonna have to roll with Ashanti on that one. I'm gonna just go through a few of the rounds. I don't want to stay on this too long. I'm gonna probably just go through the big rounds so we could try to maybe come to a consensus to see. Let's see. Let me go to round 5, which to me was one of the big rounds when Keyshia played "I Remember" and Ashanti played "Southside" with Lloyd.
Who won that one?
I'm gonna have to go with Ashanti, because I remember. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to my sister Ashley.
Yes,
she used to run that record so much that when that record comes on, I have to give it an eye roll. I roll my eyes every time it comes on, because I heard that record so many goddamn times, and it's a classic record. It's a classic record.
Yeah, and I remember when that song came out, and I remember hearing that so much. Yeah, I got to give that to Ashanti. I'm looking at these rounds right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that to Ashanti for sure. And Lloyd, her and Lloyd, that's just a great combination.
Right. Round 8 was when we must not have been paying attention, because like we said at the end of the battle, we didn't even hear her play Love.
Yeah, so Love versus Rain on Me.
Okay, so
ooh,
I love Rain on Me, but Love, I think is one of those records, like when you turn it on, you instantly hear a bunch of people try to sing, and it's just like, shut your ass up, because you sound terrible trying to get these vocals off, and it makes people wanna sing when you don't know how to sing. And it's one of them joints.
It's in a sense, it's kind of an anthem. In a sense.
There you go.
Yeah, like it's one of those. It's one of those songs.
There you go. So yeah, I'm definitely got to give that one to love. I feel like the only song that would have been able to like maybe go against love and it maybe would have been a tie is probably Foolish.
Yeah, see, that would have been. I would have probably said Foolish if she used that against Love.
Love, yeah.
I would have definitely said Ashanti. I just remember that song being played so much, and then it's that Biggie beat, like yeah, that is just man.
Yeah,
and he made it sound so good. It's like it's perfect for that. Her lyrics match in perfect with that song. Like so, that was pretty crazy. So yeah, but yeah, I got to get that one to Keyshia for sure. Definitely giving that to Keyshia Cole.
100%. Round 11.
11. That's the next round I was thinking about.
Heaven Sent versus Baby.
Okay.
Baby, 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 baby,
Oh, Baby that's a classic. Like I like that song. Come on in the car, I'm singing it. Like that's
yeah.
That's the joint.
Yeah, man.
That song. I remember when that song came out, and I was playing that like that was in heavy rotation.
I think Heaven Sent. That was back during them BET 106 and Park days. Like that song was on like #1 for like a month.
That song is just it feels good. Like it's just the flow of the song, the way she sings, the lyrics. It's just that's a great song.
Yeah. So for that round, man, I
don't know. Heaven Sent is so great. But Baby is so great. Like
yeah, I think I like Baby a little bit more. Because I feel like that's what are the people say nowadays? That's a bop. Baby is a bop.
Baby, 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 baby. Yeah, that's so hard.
That's a bop. And I feel like Heaven Sent, this is no slight to Heaven Sent, because this is a great record. But I feel like Heaven Sent is not one of those songs that you put on like when you're, like versus a bop.
Yeah, because a bop is like, you played it. You play it. Heaven Sent is more of like a chilling, just like different type of mood.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Baby on that. And Heaven Sent too. That record, I hold that record a special place in my heart, because my dad, who is no longer here, rest in peace to my dad. He loved that song. Like that was his favorite song for a very, very, very long time. And I used to hear that song a lot. And every time I hear that song, it reminds me of him. So it was really hard for me to choose Baby over that, but no, Heaven Sent is a very, very beautiful record. So
that's a great song. That's really a great song.
Next round, round 13. Round 13, Ashanti with Fat Joe, What's Love, versus Keyshia Cole and Monica with Trust. So I'm not gonna lie, the Ashanti record is classic, but I remember when that Monica and Keyshia Cole record came out. That was my favorite. Yes, man, that was my favorite song for a long time.
Yeah, like, I'm going with Trust. Trust is the that's the song right there, bro.
Yes, man, for a long time, and I feel like that's when Keyshia Cole was like at her peak. Like she was at the peak of her career, and like she was like the essential like R&B artist that you had to have on your list of like.
She's in the rotations of like at that point it was just like who's the best R&B like artist out. It's like Keyshia Cole in that top 5, top 10 like right now. Like her stuff was like in rotation, like
facts
in a lot of people's cars, especially Black people. Like that's like Keyshia Cole she's that one. Like it's
man.
That was one of them songs. Like
and that was on the album that I stole from my mom. Different Me. I know I keep bringing that up, but you know what I'm saying. I had to steal that album. That was a fire ass album. That whole album was great.
Yep. Got to get that to Keyshia.
All right, so round 14, we have this one is a default. This was the Fabulous and Ashanti's version of Into You.
I'm gonna go with the Fab one. I'm gonna go with Fab.
I don't even really need to know what the other record is. I just know that song, that's one of them timeless, iconic classic.
Yep.
When you put that on, everybody knows what that is. And that was versus the Keyshia Cole, I've Changed. Yeah.
Ashanti wins that off rip. Like,
off rip. And you know, for a long time, man, like it's because who's the original singer on that song? Is it Tamia? It's Tamia, isn't it?
Yes.
Tamia. Yeah, because there was a thing there where I think Ashanti was supposed to be on the original version of that record, but something happened. I don't want to get into that. But yeah, for a long time I was like, who is on this record? Is it Tamia or Ashanti?
Yeah.
And every time, it's funny because every time I hear that song and I see it, Tamia featuring Fabulous, I'm like, damn, I have to remind myself that it's not Ashanti.
Yeah.
It's Tamia, not Ashanti.
That's the version more so that everybody plays is that one. But the fact that Ashanti was the one, it's like that, and then that was just an anthem song, like where everybody just played that everywhere. That just wins off rip.
Facts. Round 16. This again is Ashanti. Mesmerize versus Let It Go. I think Let It Go is a dope record. It's got Missy Elliott on it, Lil Kim. But Mesmerize is another one of them records. Like when you put that on, like Ja Rule. Like I think people out here destroying Ja Rule, and he don't deserve that. Like Ja Rule has had.
I don't give him his props, bro. They don't give him his props.
Despite what anybody wants to say, man, Ja Rule had a lot of dope records.
Facts.
A lot of dope records.
Facts.
And he was the person that you would kind of like Fabulous, like, you know, the R&B singers would have that one rapper that they would go to get on their song. It would Ja Rule was that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to Ja Rule, man. I know the world, you know what I'm saying, you've been through some shit, but shout out to Ja Rule.
Man, they keep trying to do Ja Rule wrong. They trying to make it like he just take L's, just major L's in life every day type stuff.
every day.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is a thing, like, says. And then, you know, the thing with him and 50, like, it's just the thing where they don't want to give credit where credit is due. But nah, Ja Rule did his thing, man. Like, Ja Rule got classic timeless records. But it's like, I feel like the industry stay like picking at him for some reason. Or just people be trying to like bully him or something. Like, I don't know what it is. But
he's definitely out here getting bullied. Because I remember that Fire Festival thing, that wasn't a good look. That Fire Festival was not a good look. If y'all know that Fire Festival story, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't a good look. But yeah, man, shout out to Ja Rule. Question. Do you think Ja Rule is a legend?
I would say so. I would say he's a legend. I wouldn't. He ain't no icon. I would say legend. Like just like you said, a legend. Yeah. I would at least give him legend status.
Yeah, I'll say that I would give him legendary status just because of all the things that he's been a part of. You know, he's been a part of Murder Inc. Like we just said, he's had a lot of huge records, and I think even though he came out on the short end of that 50 Cent beef, he still went at it with 50 Cent, and you know, that was a legendary beef. That's one of those beefs that we look back on, and it's just like how were both of them able to come out of that and still be alive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that it escalated, like, you know, it got physical.
We know how deep it got with that, you know.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I would definitely consider Ja Rule a legend. You know what I'm saying? He was a part of a lot of big Jay-Z records. You know, I mean, I know he gets flack for you know, people saying that he stole DMX's whole thing, but yeah, I would definitely say that he is a legend. So shout out to Ja Rule, man.
For sure.
Round 17, we have Foolish versus Keyshia Cole's Never. And
Foolish wins for me.
Yeah, Foolish off the bat. We don't even need to. We can just and then I just want to go ahead and skip to the last round. Round 20, we have Always on Time versus I Don't Want to Be in Love with You. And again, Always on Time.
On Time wins for me.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, yeah, I think we pretty much gave Ashanti most of those W's. So overall, I'm going Ashanti, man. I'm gonna go Ashanti. I was wrong. I was leaning more towards Keyshia Cole at first, but Ashanti came through, and you know, a lot of these battles, man. A lot of these artists, they have songs like I was saying before, when it's on paper, it looks good. It looks good on paper.
Yeah.
But whenever they get there and you're able to see what the other artists are able to rebuttal with and you know the response. And you know, I think too, or maybe it's just me. When watching some of the R&B versus battles, I think vocal performance also kind of helps. The overall like optic of the song. You know, I think Ashanti sounded pretty good. I think she sounded pretty good whenever she was performing. Keyshia Cole sounded, you know, Keyshia Cole had, you know what I'm saying?
Keyshia Cole sounded like Keyshia Cole.
There you go. Keyshia Cole sounded like Keyshia Cole.
Everybody who, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we got you. But yeah, I think the vocal performance during some of these R&B versus battles, it helps too. So you know, I think Ashanti, she executed well. And this is going to go down as the most ghetto versus battle that we've seen to date. So
Ashanti just came out, she came more prepared anyway, because, you know, from the get-go, the internet thing was, you know.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about yeah, man, they brought back the Dirty Mo. Dirty Mo came back.
You know what I'm saying?
Dirty Mo came back with the.
It's funny.
With the internet.
It's funny. Ashanti used to be with Nelly.
Oh yeah.
And but Keyshia was the one that had the
shit
crazy messed up internet. I don't know what was going on. That was.
Yeah, man. But shout
crazy.
Out to.
But yeah, that was just crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Keyshia Cole and shout out to Ashanti. Can't wait to see what other versus battles are gonna happen. We did briefly talk about Future versus Travis Scott. Now,
so that's not actually happening though, right?
No, it's not happening. But what we're gonna do here on the
podcast
is we're still gonna have the conversation anyway.
That's all I'm saying. We should just still, you know, just jump right into that.
Yeah,
jump right into that. So, you want to go first on this? Or you want me to just take this one, like just my thoughts on this?
So I'll let you go, but I'm gonna just say that Travis Scott, unfortunately, we love you, Travis. Your music is amazing.
I was just about to say that. About to say that.
You're getting washed.
I'm sorry. You get so people might not agree with me, but I am a bigger Travis fan. I listen to Travis more heavily than I listen to Future. But we all know when it comes to a versus battle, this nigga Future is going to clean and wipe the floor with Travis.
Yes.
Because this nigga's mixtapes, this nigga albums, it's just like the amount of hits. Because bigger hits don't mean more than more hits. And it's like, I don't think or it could add, I guess, depending on who you are or who you're going against. But a Future versus Travis got some, like I said, I'm a big, huge Travis fan. I'm a bigger Travis fan than I am Future. But I listen to Future, and this man has, like, for the last 10 years or so, mixtapes, albums, it's a long list of songs. Like, that might not even be a good versus battle to enjoy because it's so much music from Future and not, yeah, man, Travis would get washed. He would get washed so bad that people would be like, what was this? Like, like, nah, that ain't it. That's not the one. But if it was the one, Travis is getting washed. He getting mopped, washed, all that. Like
God damn. Boy said mopped.
Mopped, mopped, swept, all of that. Like sweep. He's sweeping them, he mopping them, he's squeezing the mop out. Like it's just
God damn.
Bruh, that would be bad. I just know this. This is the truth. That's just happening. There's no way Travis is going to be Future in the verses now.
Yeah, this is that's one of those battles that would really put things into perspective, because when I first saw that this was a possibility, or I guess it wasn't a possibility because it was just a rumor. But when I first even saw the idea, I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, you know what, Travis has a lot of huge records, and you know, his ascension, it happened pretty quick. It happened pretty damn quick. But like you said, when you really break it down, man, Future just has so much. Like Future has hits from mixtapes. Like Future has mixtape hits. And granted, Travis has a few. I don't want to make it seem like Travis doesn't have any hits from his mixtapes, because I remember going back to Days Before Rodeo. He had a few records off of there, but those records would get trumped by Future's mixtape records. You know what I'm saying? So Future, I feel like is a whole different monster, and yeah, he's a whole different monster, and I feel like again, we always talk about, you know, where artists can pull from. I feel like Future has a lot of records with Drake. He has a lot of he has a lot of shit. Like Future has a lot of shit, man.
He got a whole album with Drake.
He got a whole man. He got
a whole album with Uzi. He got, it's like, and like I said, I'm a bigger Travis fan. Honestly, I think Travis is bigger than Future. But when it comes to a versus battle, it's different. Like going off of just hits. He getting washed. Travis getting washed. There's no easy way of saying that. It's just he's just gonna take a major L.
Yeah, I definitely will agree with you. I do think that Travis Scott is a bigger artist than Future. It with Travis Scott is crazy because I remember listening to Travis Scott for the first time in 2013, I think. Whenever Al Pharaoh came out.
13 for me, I think.
Yeah, whenever that Al Pharaoh mixtape came out, when he had the Quintana straight from Mexico, call him Quintana, like that. When that came out, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think it was gonna connect. I didn't think Travis Scott was gonna. I mean, I liked it. I liked the music. I liked what I was hearing. But Travis Scott in the beginning, like he was one of those artists. Like if you go back and look at some of his early videos and stuff like that, he was kind of, you know, weird, and you could just see that he was influenced by Kanye and Kid Cudi, because, you know, Travis Scott said his biggest influence is Kid Cudi. Yeah. So I thought that since we already had Kanye and Kid Cudi, that it wasn't gonna, like, I didn't think it was like people were gonna really catch on, or people were gonna not really care. And then
they caught on, and when they did,
yeah, because I remember his first project came out, and then the second one, Birds. What was the second one? Birds from the McKnight or whatever it was. I can't remember the name of it.
Wait, you talking about mixtapes or albums?
His second album, the one after
Days Before. Or are you talking about the like the free album, like the Days Before Rodeo, or are you talking about the
So the one that came out after Days Before Rodeo, the McKnight one. I can't remember what the full title is. Some long ass title. The Birds from McKnight.
Birds in the Trap.
Sing McKnight, right?
That's it. Sing McKnight.
That shit. Yeah. So that shit came out, and then I think that's the one with Goosebumps on it, and then I think that was the album where he just, like, when Astro World came out, the numbers that he did, I was just like, yeah, he's like, I was like, what happened? When did this happen? Like, when did Travis Scott become this sensation? Like he like it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, and
his audience is growing like
Daily.
bigger and bigger. Like I'm talking about like bigger audience than like J. Cole, like audience up there with like Kendrick. Like he in that realm.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
like, and when I went to see him perform, when he came out with the Astro World album, that's top 5 shows I've been to, no lie.
Yeah, man. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to see the Astro World show. I did get to see the Al Pharaoh. Well, I wouldn't even say it was Al Pharaoh show. He was at the Jambalaya in 2013, and I'll never go. I'll never go to Jambalaya ever again. Ever.
I remember you told me that. I think you was telling me something like you and Raquel almost got trumped, or like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy.
I've never experienced that. I don't ever want to experience that. Like that's too. I don't want to die at a concert.
I'll say this. I'm not really because I was a festival. I'm not really a festival person.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever do go to a festival again, it would have to be with my niggas. Like it would have to be with you, Justin.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
Because if you bring your girl to a festival, you're gonna be fighting. Like you're gonna be fighting.
Yeah, it gotta be like you, me, Justin, Antonio.
Jonathan.
Like we gotta, Jonathan. It gotta be like a big group of us or whatever. But yeah, man, that's what I do. That's the type of that would be like the only way I would have to, like, I could go to a festival, because that's just going with just your girl is just that's rough.
Yeah, man. But no, like Travis Scott, man, I remember watching the documentary that he put out for Astro World, and me and Raquel were just watching it, and she was just like, what happened? Like, how did he just take off like that? And
man.
Yeah, he's a very, very, very big artist, but you being a big artist won't save you from Future. I just want you to know.
Not in the versus battle.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, you're bigger, but just in the versus battle,
yeah,
it ain't the same. Like because Future just got and Future got more of the streets behind them. Like it's just like niggas in the hood, they might think like Travis a little weird type of thing. Not saying that people from the hood don't listen to Travis, but I'm saying just Future just got that. Future music play in like strip clubs. His music play in the hood. His music play everywhere. Like Future just got a whole different type of. It's almost like the like the Gucci, like Gucci in a sense. Like it's like you got this whole big audience, and it's like how Jeezy was bigger, which I think Jeezy still won the battle or whatever, the versus battle. But it's just the thing where like Jeezy is bigger. But like Gucci got all of these other like bangers like that's on mixtapes, and it's like you got so many mixtapes. It's just so much music that it's just like they're gonna win, like type of thing. But in that case, Gucci lost, in my opinion. But yeah, with Future and Travis, it's Travis is gonna lose, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Except for the delusional Travis, like super Travis Scott fans. But no, I definitely think Future is definitely watching him with that. But yeah, I just wanted to discuss that real quick. We're still supposed to be getting the Game and 50 Cent, so hopefully they set that up. And I think that's it for versus battles as of now. They haven't said anything about any other battles, I don't think.
Is there any battles you would want to see or that you heard might happen that you like? Why hasn't it happened yet?
I just want somebody to challenge Mary J. Blige, please.
So I heard, I don't know how true it is, but I heard there might be Tony Braxton versus Mary J. Blige, possibly. Like that would definitely be interesting to hear.
I never would have even thought about that matchup. That's actually pretty dope because now I'm not gonna lie. I heard Tony Braxton's music growing up. My mom is a huge Tony Braxton fan, so I know, her main popular songs. But I am a Mary J. Blige fanatic. Mary J. Blige is the queen of R&B to me. So it would have to be somebody that because I don't think that Tony Braxton. You would have to kind of let me know, because I don't think Tony Braxton's career.
That's what I said. Okay, I said this same thing to one of our friends. I'm not gonna say her name on here, but I said this same thing to one of our friends, and she was just like, I was like, I think Mary J. Blige got probably like a bigger list of hits against Tony Braxton. She was like, no, I don't think so. I was just like, I'm pretty sure there's more memorable Mary J. Blige songs than Tony Braxton songs.
So yeah, that's what I would say. I'm not going to question and say
not that I'm knocking Tony Braxton, because I love Tony Braxton too.
Yeah, and I know that Tony Braxton.
Mary J. Blige, that's a different type of.
Yeah. Mary J. Blige. She her catalog is it's a big one. Like, she has a big catalog. Like, she was one of those artists that was putting out albums like if it wasn't every year, it was like every year and a half or so. And every single album that she put out up until, like, I don't know, maybe 2012, maybe, had, you know what I'm saying? Like, like she had heat every time. And as far as I can remember back, I do remember hearing a lot of Tony Braxton records. I just don't remember hearing a lot of Tony Braxton records like how I was hearing Mary J. Blige.
That's what I said. I feel like I remember growing up, it just seemed like I was hearing so much more Mary J. Blige stuff. Just like without me even turning it on, you would just hear a Mary J. Blige song. That I don't have the fondest memory of just like hearing Tony Braxton a lot. It was almost in a sense where I would hear Tony Braxton, but not how I heard Mary J. Blige.
Right.
Or I heard like a Mariah Carey. Like, it's just like, when you just walking down the street, you hear a Mariah Carey song, or you walking down the street, I would hear a Mary J. Blige song. It wouldn't be like that for Tony Braxton. But that's why I say I think Tony Braxton would be taking that L. That's what I think, even though I love Tony Braxton.
Yeah, and another thing too, Mary J. Blige, a lot of people don't realize Mary J. Blige is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige is hip hop. Mary J. Blige has a lot of collaborations with a lot of hip hop artists: Wu-Tang, Busta Rhymes, Hove. You know what I'm saying? She's hip hop, so she
was in that circle. Biggie.
Yeah, man. She has a lot of stuff, man. She has a lot of stuff. So no, you would have to be very careful with who you put against Mary J. Blige. That's why I was saying Mariah Carey, because I feel like Mariah Carey
candidate.
Yeah, Mariah Carey has a lot of huge records.
Yes.
So I would. That's one battle that I would like to see. I want to see Usher, not Usher. Well, I do want to see Usher, but I want to see Chris Brown get in there one time. Even though I know Chris Brown said that.
Against who though? Who would he go against?
That's the thing. The only person that I could think of would be Usher, but I've heard Chris Brown and R. Kelly.
I'm sorry, like, the R. Kelly thing. R. Kelly would win. I'm sorry, he's going to win. I know people love Chris. R. Kelly would win.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. Like, R. Kelly, man, he I know he's going through his stuff right now, and we don't agree here on the TNT podcast with the things that he's been accused of, but R. Kelly is definitely one of those R&B artists that when you put on, I feel like the women's middle parts just instantly you know what I'm saying, they instantly just get I don't know what the proper term would be here. Wet would be the proper term every time. So R. Kelly,
R. Kelly winning that. I don't agree with the stuff that R. Kelly has done, none of that. But if you throw all of that out the window and we just say simply music in a versus battle, Chris Brown's losing. He's not winning against R. Kelly. I'm just putting that out there. That's not happening.
Yeah. But I want to see Chris Brown get in there. Game at 50, I want to see that. I know we discussed that. I
want a Diddy versus Dre, man. I still wanted that one.
Yeah, man. Diddy versus Dre. I want to see that. We first talked about that episode 7.
Yeah, that was
Episode 7.
Yeah,
It was like a year ago. But yeah, I mean, if we can get that, I'm down. I'm down with that. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. Can't really think of anything else. A lot of people have been saying that they want to see Eminem, and Eminem won't lose to anyone, but I don't necessarily agree with that.
Whoa, Eminem versus who though?
I would like to see Wayne. I would like to see Wayne in a versus battle.
Eminem versus Wayne, or just Wayne, or go against someone.
Yeah, I would like to see Wayne go against someone, but I mean, if we saw Wayne versus Eminem, I mean, I'll watch that too. I mean, I don't think Eminem is beating Wayne at all.
I don't think so either.
I don't think Eminem is beating Wayne. I honestly,
don't get me wrong. I definitely see Eminem as a better MC than but we talking versus. Wayne is like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
We'll
be here all day on a versus battle, like listening to Wayne hits.
Yeah, man, he'd probably be the first artist that could go more than 20, maybe 30, 40.
60, like 70. Like Wayne would be like, what else you got? He can do a versus battle on just his features alone.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, okay, let me just put my best features out.
Yeah.
That's a whole 50, 60, 70 songs in itself.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I would like to see that. But yeah, man. Versus battles. I wanted to quickly discuss Drizzy Drake.
Yeah, I was waiting on that one.
The letdown with Certified Lover Boy. Boy hurt his damn leg and can't record for whatever reason. But yeah, we were supposed to get the album sometime this month in January, which as the weeks went by, I was just like, it don't look like we're getting this album. Like I'm not surprised. But what are your predictions for this album? What do you think this album is going to sound like? What do you think we're going to get? Do you think because there was a I can't remember who I was listening to. It was maybe DJ Academics, where he was talking about Drake better not have no like subpar like features on his album, like French Montana or Meek Mill, or Drake is at that point in his career where he shouldn't have anyone on his album that doesn't make sense. So I just wanted to know what are your predictions?
I mean, if it makes sense to him, he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not I don't know about he shouldn't put this person or this person. If the concept goes well with that person, put that person. If there's a reason to put French Montana on the song, put him on the song. But just to be like, he shouldn't have a French Montana like feature or Meek Mill feature. It needs to be all high caliber people or something. Like, no, like he might have like 5 artists featured on it that we ain't never heard of. I mean, if he felt that way, let him do it that way. But my predictions for this album, I don't even know, bro. Like, first off, the title is just like throwing me off a little bit. But it's just like, how is it gonna sound? Is it gonna be like lovey-dovey Drake, or is it gonna be like singing Drake? Is he gonna be rapping at all? Like, it's one of those things where I just don't know off rip. Like hearing the title, it might be like, are you trying to get more into the like the singing thing, or like are you gonna rap at all? Or because I don't know, when I hear that type of title, I don't hear in my mind, I don't know if Drake is about to snap like how he does on like a song like Free Smoke or something like that, or Summer 16 or something. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm about to get. But he could actually do that. It might be like, it might like shock us and be like, oh, this is how this sounds. So honestly, just going off of that title, I don't know how it's gonna sound. But in my mind, when I hear that title, I'm thinking it's not gonna be like Drake really snapping. I don't know. I gotta just wait, type of thing.
Yeah. I think that because I don't know if you've been hearing, a lot of music has been getting what's the word? leaked. Jesus Christ, I
Yeah.
almost had a brain fart there. Yeah, a lot of music has been getting leaked, and a lot of the records that I've heard, we it sounded like we about to get, you know what I'm saying? Like Drake is about to
He's snapping. Okay.
he's about to come with that
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
And I think that the fact that some of these records are leaking, because you know I don't believe in you know, oh, my music got into the wrong person's hands or someone got into my email. I don't believe that. All these artists are leaking their own goddamn music. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all are leaking y'all's own music. Stop lying. And I think the fact that Drake or the songs that have gotten out, they're just he's just letting those go, and they sound that good. It's making me think that the whatever is on this album is about to be nuts. It's about to be nuts. That coupled with the promotional video that he put out, the promo video that he put out, where he was, you know, showing the more life, or not more life, the Take Care and the Nothing Was the Same and all of that. So I think the leak records along with that is, I think we're in. It's about to be crazy. You know, I'm ready for the album. I was a little bit disappointed whenever he put up the post saying that, you know, he wasn't going to be able to put it out. And I don't know if you saw where I had, because you and Justin had tagged me in a Facebook post, and I responded and I said, there's a lot of people that were saying, you mean to tell me that 50 Cent can get shot 9 times and come back and record Get Rich or Die Trying, and Drake's ass gonna hurt his leg and can't record? Like,
50 built different, bro. He built different. Nothing against Drake. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's facts. 50 built different.
And you know, at the same time, when that happened, that was like 50's first album. So, you know, 50 was hungry.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is Drake's, what, like 6th, 7th album, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
What number are we on with Drake album?
Let's see. So we got what? Name Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, Views, Scorpion. So this is number 6. Are we counting if you're reading this? Was that a mixtape or was that an album?
It seemed like that was a mixtape.
Okay. Yeah, I remember it being a mixtape. So
I thought that was a mixtape. Or More Life was a mixtape. Was that a mixtape?
More Life was a playlist. That's what he called it. He called it a playlist. Yeah. So then, in other words, mixtape.
And then of course, you know, the Dark Lane demo tape, that was definitely like a mixtape.
Yeah, that was some throwaway shit. So yeah, this will be album number 6 for Drake. So number 6.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Drake.
Is dropping the 6th album.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Drake. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear what's gonna be on that project. And
yeah, I'm excited, man.
I'm excited. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what's gonna happen. You know, this year we got a lot of content coming, man. We got interviews. We're gonna have guests on. It's gonna be a lot more debates. I'm probably gonna be getting cussed out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready. We still got a lot of learning to do. Y'all are gonna see a lot more of my my dark ass, ugly ass face. So yeah, man. Yeah. Thank y'all for pulling up to episode 41 of the TNT podcast. We are glad to be back. And I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is there anything that I've forgotten?
I feel like we pretty much covered everything. You know what I'm saying? But nah, this is a good one, man. I'm trying to see if there's anything else like.
I know.
Like in sports, or anything that didn't happen. That. Oh, I know that, you know, James Harden. He got traded to the to the Nets. And how do you feel about James Harden leaving the Rockets? Do you feel like a way about that?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool because I happen to be because after Dwayne Wade retired, I have to find a new team, and I've paid close attention to Kyrie, and I've always liked Kyrie, so I think they have a good team of players going over there in Brooklyn, and I do think that Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden, they all kind of demand the ball. So it's going to be you know,
a lot of dribbling going on. A lot of dribbling.
yeah, it's gonna be weird. But I think we're you know they're gonna be able to make that work. And I'm just glad to see KD and James Harden playing together again. I don't have to do that. So, but what about you?
Yeah, man. I don't have a problem with it. It's just the way it happened. It was just like, you know, that the Rockets was paying him like all this money, and he was just like, you can really just see he didn't care no more. He's just like, I want to be on another team. Like,
yeah.
It was like, because I remember when they were saying he had signed a new contract for the Rockets, and it was like one of the biggest NBA contracts like ever. And then I was just like, oh, he really don't care about this money like that. Like he cared, but he don't really care. He want to win. And so he started playing like he didn't care. And he seems like he's in a better place now. So, you know, I guess whatever to set you up in a better position to at least try and win, I guess, like, so yeah, that at least that's good on his side as far as him like trying to win. So it should be interesting going into the season, this NBA season, seeing like, you know, or further into the NBA season, seeing what they do. And now the pressure is on. So it's almost like if they don't make it to the finals, at least they about to get a lot of backlash and a lot of criticism. So, so they better make. I'm gonna make some shake. They better make some shake, bro. Because boy, yeah, it's just this pressure.
Yeah, man, I agree 100%. And while we're talking about sports, we're actually coming up close to when Kobe passed last year. So I just want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and Gigi Bryant. Very, very tragic. It's been a year since we lost Kobe, and it feels like it was just yesterday.
I don't feel like a year ago, man.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't feel like a year ago at all. But I just wanted to say rest in peace to Kobe and Gigi Bryant, and rest in peace to everybody that lost their lives last year. You know, condolences to everybody who lost someone to COVID last year. You know, one thing that we're gonna have to still battle and deal with this year is COVID because it's still here. So I just hope and pray that this year is a lot better than last year, because last year was, you know, I don't have to keep saying it. I don't have to keep saying how bad last year was. But yeah, man, just to close it out, man, I just want to just say I'm happy to be back. I'm glad to be back. Thank you to everyone that continues to tune into the TNT podcast. We're gonna try to continue to put out the content like we did and keep the shits coming. Yeah, and I'm just hoping that this year just brings a lot of opportunity and a lot of positivity. You know, yeah. Shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. R.I.P. Kobe. R.I.P. Gigi. Yeah, man. I feel like we pretty much covered everything. I think not that I can think of. I think we pretty much covered everything.
All right, man. This is the TNT podcast. You know what I'm saying? Very first episode of 2021. We here. We're not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to the episode 41 of the TNT podcast. And we will see you guys back again next week.
Yes, sir. We out of here.
Peace.
Yes.